We are live.
Look and I still have the theme song together.
That's the theme song. Hey, welcome back to the Con Guy Happy Hour, everybody. Pull up a chair, grab an eggnog, non-alcoholic tonight, and we're going to get ready for some fun tonight. We're celebrating Thanksgiving, guys. Thank you very much for spending the first day of your Thanksgiving week with us. I guess yesterday was really the first day, but you know what? Tonight's the first night of Thanksgiving for all of us. Listen, Abraham Rodriguez, he is a friend of the show. He's been on before. All right. He's been talking about Beast Morphers. Tonight, we've got even more to talk about, including some questions about that epic Beast Morphers dance number, Abraham. We can't wait to talk to you about that. Also, guys, this is kind of cool. He's in a brand new show called Saved by the Bell. We all remember Bayside High back in the day. But anyways, they're back. Governor Zach is back Bayside. It's the Saved by the Bell. Is it a reboot or is it a reimagine? And it's a sequel, right, Abraham?
Yes, just like a reboot, yeah.
And it debuts this week on Peacock. Which day does it come on? Is it Wednesday, the 25th?
Yes, it's this Wednesday at 2 a.m. actually, Pacific time to be exact, if you want to stay up Tuesday night to catch it early. But yes, it's this Wednesday, the 25th on Peacock. All
right. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the Con Guy Happy Hour. You can find us here live every week. My name is Jim Fry, and right now it says The Scare Guy on my little readout right there. We also have another podcast called The Scare Guy. That is wrong. I'm going to change that.
Change that.
Anyway, sorry, that was restart. Just kidding.
You guys heard that. Sorry, my phone had it. I was trying to.
We're going to start with Luke and then Katie, and then we're going to lead into Ben, who's going to lead us into some great conversations. All right, let's introduce ourselves, everybody.
Yeah, I am Cheeseman here with theconguy.com. Also with thescareguy.com up that way, at different times. But we're doing the Con Guy thing tonight, but also a screenwriter here in the Los Angeles area. So love movies, love TV shows, excited to talk to Abraham.
Yes.
Yeah.
Katie.
And everyone, I'm Katie, aka the Con Girl, being the only female representation tonight. But yeah, excited to be here with Abraham back again. I think it's been like a couple months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
WonderCon.
All right. Hey, look, I'm the Con Guy.
WonderCon at home.
Ah, there he is.
And Ben.
Hey, everybody. It's old buddy Ben Cleaver here with the Con Guy now, not the Scare Guy. And this week, I'm thankful that Abraham Rodriguez is on the show with us tonight.
Woohoo!
Thank you guys. You're all
I'm having
so
a good time.
awesome.
Before we jump in, can we say hello to some people? Kat, it is always good to see you.
Good.
Edward Sanchez Production. It's great to be human. Hey, Brian Weaver. Hey, Nate. He's calling out to you, Nate.
Hello.
Mandy Cullen. It's so good to see you. And then we have Kobe D Arts Productions. Abe.
Hello.
Also, I'm going to butcher the name.
Beautiful people.
All right. He says, I love to be human. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being a part of the show tonight, Abe. We've got so many questions, but I think I'm going to throw it over to Ben, and we're going to go from there. Actually, first of all, Abe, what's been going on?
How you doing?
Well, I am so extremely excited now that Saved by the Bell is so soon. It feels like it's been years waiting for this countdown, but now it's literally less than 2 days away. So I'm super stoked for that. Super looking forward to that. I'm going to be one of those that's going to stay up late Tuesday night to catch it and binge it all that night because there's no way I'm waiting to sleep and then wake up to do it on Wednesday. So yeah, right now I'm just super, super stoked and looking forward to the premiere of Saved by the Bell.
That's awesome. Also, one more hello, Mr. Brad Everett Young.
Hello,
yo,
Brad.
yo.
What's up, Brad?
I love Brad with a burning passion. He's awesome.
But by the way, speaking of Brad, can we just say thank you so much to Brad? Brad's got a photography campaign called Dream Loud, and he did a really cool shot with you this week. Let's see it right here. Look at this.
Yes.
Nice.
It was so much fun to shoot with him. We had a blast, and that's like one of the first pictures that I saw today, and I just cannot wait to see all the others.
I can't wait to see him either. Oh man, thank you for.
I like the black and white, but the logo is just like.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's a little Brad touch.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, put where people can find more of your photos in a comment. We'll put it up. You can go to bradeverett.com, but I know he shows them in all over.
At Bradley206 on Instagram is one of his big things. And then he's on, he'll put on, I think it's Dream Loud. You can look up to kind of go to his website and everything, but I think it's, we'll let you know what his Twitter is. I think he'll post in a second, but Instagram Bradley206.
A few more hellos for Abraham. Here we go. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Oh, nice.
Peru.
Peru. I love that.
Oh,
Hello, Peru.
Billy Stanley.
we're going international tonight.
Cool. All right. I'm going to throw it out to you, Mr. Ben Cleaver. You've been waiting for this night.
I've been waiting for it. I'm so excited. The Rams and the Buccaneers are tied at 17 right now in the third quarter. What we're here to talk about. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I am an LA Rams fan for the uninitiated. I know that's kind of doesn't always come together between the sports fans and the TV and film nerds, but sometimes it does. Abraham, you said you've been waiting such a long time for Saved by the Bell to come out. I've been waiting since before you were born for Saved by the Bell to come out.
That's right.
No, I'm super stoked for this. I've watched the trailer. It looks so fun. They brought the original cast back, but this is a reboot. This is a new generation of Saved by the Bell. Now, I'm very excited to talk about Saved by the Bell, as you can probably tell. But first, I want to back up a little bit. I want to talk about this musical number that you did.
Yes.
It's Great to Be Human, or is that what it is? It's Great to Be Human? Did I butcher that?
It's Great to Be Human. You got it.
I had not watched this particular episode before I watched the video. The music, I don't know if it's called a music video or what you would call it, but can you give us a little bit of context? Obviously, you have some musical theater training, some dance, some movement, et cetera, et cetera. Tell us about the experience of, obviously, you have some movement training to do some martial arts and that sort of thing on Power Rangers. What was it like now transferring that into a dance number?
So I honestly don't have any dance training. I've never really taken dance classes or anything. So jumping into that, was a huge it was a huge challenge. I mean, also I know I can move. I know dancing isn't oh my gosh, I just have never done it in a class before or anything. So I was super excited for the opportunity to, take on this challenge. I was on set one day. Our executive producer, Chip, texted me, "Do you sing or do you dance or anything like that?" And I was like, "I don't sing and I'm not really a dancer, but I can dance." And he was like, "Okay." And that's all it was. And I was like, when we get these texts, the last time I got a text like this was, "Are you comfortable with spiders or do you like spiders or something?" And then next thing I know, I did that episode where I had to hold a spider. So I knew something was coming with that text, and I didn't know exactly what it was. And then some time went on, we got our scripts for the next episodes, and then I found out that we were doing this musical number, which is something that's never been done before in Power Rangers history. And I found out that it's been something that they've been trying to do for the past few seasons, and it just hasn't happened. So it's really cool that it happened my season because I love everything musical. High School Musical was my biggest thing when I was younger, and that's really what pushed me to want to do this whole acting thing. So getting to do this musical really was a dream come true. Yes.
That's a nice jacket there.
Yes. All of the changes, everything was so much fun. It was a hard time on set. It was a lot of training. On all of my days off, I had to go to the studio and I did my one-on-ones with the choreographer to learn everything. It was a super intense rehearsal all the way leading up to filming it. So we trained for about a month, and we, like I said, went in on our days off, and then we practiced it all, whatever. It took an entire 14-hour day of filming to shoot just that musical. And we went through so many different changes. It was a lot of hard work. And it was really, really hot in there with so many dancers. That's some behind the scenes stuff. After every take in that gold jacket, they would take it off. There'd be 5 people with these mini fans that would come, put the fan on me just for a few seconds while we were setting up to do another take and drink some water, then put it back on, do a whole nother take. And it was that the entire day. So It was a lot of hard work, but it was so much fun, and that truly is one of the most memorable experiences of my life, but especially of the show, and that's why it was my favorite episode.
The hair and makeup people loved you, I'm sure.
Yes, there was a lot of changes. Yeah, and all the sweat too. It was crazy that day.
Yeah. No,
and now you can positively say you can dance.
There you go. Oh no, he went blank there for a second.
Sorry, there was a little
but he can dance.
Hey, we actually asking a question. Why did they just? This is from.
Can you hear
Ben?
me?
Can you read that?
Takeo?
Yes.
Hello.
Just Takeo Yuzan Arroyo. Hello.
That was good.
Okay. He says, "Why did they decide to have a musical?"
How about now?
Uh-oh. We can hear.
Oh no. He's coming back, guys. He's going to come back. Luke, can you I'll vamp for a second here. So, I believe it or not, I've actually done quite a bit of musical theater in my history.
What?
I went to college on a vocal music scholarship, so I'm actually a singer. Not so much a dancer, but doing musical theater, you have to learn a little bit of that.
Nice.
And I'm actually shocked that he has no history of musical theater, because watching that number, it looked like, the stuff he was doing wasn't uber complex. Hey, there he is.
Hello.
There you go. I was just talking to Abraham about how
what just happened.
It's all good. I was just talking about how I have a history of musical theater, and that while what you were doing wasn't so like dance, technical, difficult, it was still very evident that you possess an ability to move. You are very good with movement, and
He's got moves like Jagger.
You have moves like Jagger. It's true.
It was definitely a challenge to really let go like that. And also from the episode, me and Steele switched bodies. So I had to have my own separate rehearsals with me and Steele's suit actor to really like understand and learn and develop our physicality. And just, it was a huge challenge to just all of a sudden be this big robot. And he's so animated and so big. And I just really had to bring all of that into my performance for that whole episode. And then with the musical, I just really wanted to prove that Steele was just so excited to be in this body and just, couldn't contain his excitement.
All right.
You did fantastic.
And we're going to talk a little bit later about some more of the Beast Morpher stuff, but right now let's hit Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
Let's hit on Saved by the Bell. So, how did this happen, man?
Yeah.
Should I start from the beginning?
A very good place to start.
Yeah, origin stories.
Let's do it. So in January, I got the audition from my agent. Actually, it was from my manager. And it was my first audition of the year. And I went in. It was a super different character than anything I've ever played before. And I was so excited to do it because it is so different. And I've never done anything like it before. So going into the audition, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to go all the way. And let's just see what happens. Like, I'm not going to hold back. Let's just have fun. And I went in there with that mindset. And
Tell us
there's
about
Spencer. And within a few days, I found out that I booked it. And I started filming the week after, I believe. It was really, really fast. So I started filming in January. We filmed all the way through March. I filmed about 3 or 4 episodes from January to March. And then after we finished the 7th episode, we got shut down because of COVID. So we took a very long break. And then in August, we went back into production and then finished filming the remaining 3 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
what was it like working with the original cast?
Say that again.
Oh, but you were saying something too. What were you saying?
I said, yeah, I don't even know. There was the background with the whole COVID thing. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Luke,
yeah, I was
kidding.
I was saying, what was?
Oh. If I may put some context to your question, this is an addition to your question. So, Abraham, Luke was about to say, what was it like working with the original cast? Which is a big question for guys like Luke and me, and Jim, maybe, and Katie, actually, all of us. But you're 20, right? Mm-hmm. You're 20 years old. You weren't even around when Saved by the Bell was
still
on the
bells,
air.
right?
Like, So what did you go back and watch the original show at all? Did you catch a few episodes and be like, okay, I got this? What was that? And then stepping into that and working with what Luke was asking. I apologize for stepping on you there, Luke, but I felt
let's make this a team effort here.
Yeah, we need to contextualize that because he is so young. Let's talk about him like he's not here. This guy's so young. But yeah, Abraham, take us back to your experience with Saved by the Bell. Did you ever watch it when you were growing up? Was it on reruns? What was it?
I had never actually seen Saved by the Bell. I've heard of it a million times. It's one of those shows that everyone knows without you having to watch it. It's just like the name's everywhere. So I definitely knew what Saved by the Bell was. I never actually watched it. I mean, growing up, it was never around. So I didn't watch it growing up. But as soon as I got the audition for it, I did go on, I think Hulu had it at that time. I don't really know. Some streaming service had it. So I quickly watched a few episodes from the very first season, and then I went all the way to the last season and watched a few episodes from that one just to get it from the very beginning and then see what it ended up as. And then that's how I kind of got, like, I don't know, the gist of it to see how I should play my character and how to go into it for the audition. So I definitely did watch some episodes before the audition. And then, now going on to the show, my very first day, I worked with Elizabeth Berkley, and I got to work with her a few times. And she is just absolutely amazing. I can't even express how just such a genuine, nice, caring, loving person she is. She really made me feel so comfortable and just really a part of the family. And yeah, she's a really big part of why this experience was what it was and just so amazing.
Nice. And we have all the cast. We're showing like the returning cast here.
Yes.
Mario Lopez. Who can name all of them real quick?
Paul Mark Gosselaar, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, and the aforementioned.
Yes. And me and Ben were talking earlier. Everybody looks so freaking amazing. You know,
they all look great.
Yeah. They all age that good.
Need a deal with Satan.
I know.
I did have a question though. Obviously, we're in a different time than it was when you guys first started filming the show, and I personally have not worked on a show post COVID. So what were the changes on set that you had to like? How was that adjustment? Because I mean, I've seen little things filming around town and kind of seeing how they're doing things, using a lot more outside spaces. So what was that like?
From the information that I heard, we were actually 1 in 3 of the very first productions to start filming again in LA. So we were definitely kind of like the guinea pigs, and everything was, still figuring everything out. But before filming, we all had to take a course over Zoom with, all the new regulations, all the protocols, everything. And then we were tested every day on set, and then multiple days leading up to the day of filming. So it definitely was a big adjustment. And there was a castmate that I talked to before I started filming again after COVID, who had already filmed and experienced it all. And he kind of gave me a rundown of how it all went and stuff, just so I would know what I was walking into. And I'm really grateful that he did, because it was a lot to adjust and just like so much to read, and like it's just a lot to take in. And it can be definitely intimidating, but I can say that they did such a beautiful, wonderful job with everything. I felt extremely safe. Like if I was safe anywhere in the world during this pandemic, I really genuinely felt that it was on set. And they just really took very good care of us. They were very careful with everything. We had little like cubbies, and we all had our names on them. Like we all had our own little drawer. And before going onto the set, right before we'd film, we'd have to put our masks in our cubby and our face shields. And then we were able to go on set and then film. As soon as the take was done, we'd go back, get our masks and shields back on. So there were a lot of like adjustments with things like that, as well as hair and makeup. We got to go into the hair and makeup trailer, get our hair and makeup done. Once we left the trailer, we weren't able to go back to the trailer because on set, we all had to do our own hair and makeup touch-ups. So we all had our own vanity. We had our own makeup bag with all of our makeup, hair stuff, a comb, brush, all of that stuff. And then, before each take again, we'd go to our vanity. We'd do our own touch-ups. So that was also another adjustment because I've really never worked with makeup a lot myself. You know, I'm used to just getting it done for every show. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. How do I put this powder on? Am I using the brush correctly? Am I doing too much? Like, I don't want to look bad on camera. So yeah, and there was also like one representative from each department to like oversee everything and make sure that we were doing our hair and makeup right and we were touching up what we needed to. So yeah, those were just some of the adjustments, but it was such a great experience.
Cool, thank you. Because I know that's probably been one of the things that's the biggest change of filming in general right now. So yeah,
1000%.
Well, we got a question here from the chat from a little guy you may know, Brad Everett Young. He says, Abraham, tell them about your mom's reaction to learning how big Saved by the Bell was in the USA.
Yes, so both of my parents are from Mexico. They didn't grow up on Saved by the Bell. So when I told them that I booked Saved by the Bell, they were like good, like cool, like you got another job, like great. And I'm like, no, like it's Saved by the Bell. Like you don't understand how big of a show this is. Like this is huge. And then like they don't know like even Mario Lopez, like they don't know all of these, you know, original cast members. So they didn't understand how like crazy and big of a deal it was until I really had to like explain how big the show is and just how big of a deal it is to be on it.
Yeah. So Amanda, I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, it reminds me of when John Boyega got cast in Star Wars The Force Awakens. He has this story that he told his dad. I got cast in Star Wars. He is like, son, that's just marvelous. That's just wonderful. This is the best thing that could have happened. What is Star Wars? And it was like that kind of thing.
wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, it just reminded me of that. I love it.
Salute.
Yeah, a question I have is, like, what can you tell us about your character and kind of like, what are you allowed to tell us about, you know, what's happening on the show and what you're doing, what your involvement is about your character? Because you said you're playing a character you haven't really got to play before. We'd love to hear what you can tell us about it.
Yes. So my character's name is Spencer. He is a student at Bayside. He's part of the drama club. And he's in Lexi's friend group, which is played by Josie Toda, who I absolutely love, and she's been a blast to work with. And yeah, he is kind of like a little like a follower of her. He's always seeking her approval. He just wants to be liked by her so bad, so he'll do anything and everything to please her. And that's where like the comedy comes to play. And it's been so much fun to play something like this, and also just this genre. And wait, Jackie. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Okay, surprise. Like,
Surprise.
Oh my God, that was so good, you guys.
Yeah, I was not expecting anyone to just pop up like that, especially you. This is crazy. Oh my God. Hello.
For those who are listening, introductions are in order. Jacqueline, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Jacqueline Scislowski, the Yellow Ranger, aka Zoe. Totally crashing the party.
So
this is fun. Okay.
Yeah. So Abraham was in the middle. He was telling us about his character on Saved by the Bell. So continue.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's that. It's fun.
You're so thrown right now. You're so thrown right now. I love it.
I'm like, where did I leave off? Yeah, Spencer's just super fun. It's not anything I've played before, and I'll just leave it at that because I want you guys to watch it and then see, you know, how big of a difference. Is this someone else?
Yeah.
What is happening? Are you gonna come on too? Oh my God.
Baby, we figured we'd have a little party for you.
Is that a little AB baby?
Okay. Hello, Jazz.
Wait, I thought this was
Rory's
mine.
gonna come on next, right? Is that what's gonna happen?
So this is my interview. What's going on here?
This is about to be a whole cast reunion. Tawila, Reed,
Mayor Daniels.
Everybody, welcome Jason David Frank. Come on. No, I'm just kidding.
Also, Jazz, since go ahead and introduce yourself for those who are just now joining.
For the uninitiated.
You ready? What's up, guys? There we go. Anyway, what's up, guys? My name is Jazz Baduwalia, and I play the Blue Beast Morpher in Power Rangers Beast.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was very a delayed reaction from you, Abraham.
Sorry. I was excited.
Abraham, before we jump into Beast Morphers, because we are obviously we're going to talk some Beast Morphers here. So we do have a question for a friend of the show, Amanda Yellen. She's rewatched Saved by the Bell a number of times, and she was talking about how back in the day there were some things that don't quite pass the PC culture muster of today. And
the smell test.
The smell test. She wants to know: are they making any changes, to the topics they're discussing or the jokes they're telling? Do you know?
From what I would like to say, I mean, I think it's so funny. Like, from not knowing like the original, like just from reading the episodes and what I've gotten to watch while being on set, the humor is exactly like my kind of humor. I think it's so funny, and even if I wasn't a part of it, I want to watch this show myself because it genuinely is just so funny. And I do think it's a bit like more mature or like, I don't know, just older comedy than like the original. So I feel like we'll all like, I don't know, our generation or whatever will really, really like that. And it'll appeal to a huge audience from the original fans to new ones. So yeah, I think it's hilarious.
They're cussing on the show now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Say that again?
I've heard there's cussing this, Bayside never had cussing back in the day.
Attention.
Whoa.
Hold on.
I don't know about that. I guess we'll have to see, right?
We've got a couple more Saved by the Bell questions, and then we're gonna bring in everybody else. Alif Daniel, what is your favorite scene so far?
My favorite scene is 1000% in the 7th episode. I won't say what it is, but just watch the 7th episode.
How many are there?
You gotta binge through.
Yeah, how many episodes?
10 episodes.
Okay, gotcha.
And here's a good question to kind of throw out. We'll let Abraham lead, but let's bring in Jazz and Jacqueline for this. If you guys could be a part of any show that's being rebooted right now, good question. Any kind of rebooted show, what would it be? This is from Jonathan Wilkinson, friend of the show.
I Love Lucy.
Oh, yeah!
Give me a second.
All right.
Oh, that's good. Oh, where'd Jazz go? Jazz disappeared.
He said he'll be right back.
We'll be right back. What about you, Abraham?
Oh, that's a huge question. There's so many things I'd love to be in. Honestly, the first thing I can think of is High School Musical, but it would literally have to be the original High School Musical movies, not like the
not like the High School
now,
Musical, the series,
like,
the series.
No, not the series. I want to be in it with Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens and Ashley Tisdale and all of them.
Yeah.
Can we ask Ben that question too? Because I'm just curious.
Me?
Yeah.
Anything Liev Schreiber's in. Play Liev Schreiber. I'll be in, what was the show he was on Showtime?
I know it's got a one-word name. It's a guy.
Yeah, it's, I can't remember.
I'm getting super. Okay.
You don't want to be in Land of the Lost, Ben?
Okay, there
I would totally do Land of the Lost. Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, you would be so great.
Level special effects.
Yeah.
Edward Sanchez Productions wants to know, will Zoe and Nate ever kiss on Beast Morphers?
Oh, yeah, we've come very close, haven't we?
We've gotten really, really close.
Yeah.
Who knows if we'll
comfortably
actually
close.
ever get there.
Who knows?
Maybe
This is the Jim and Pam of our generation.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Hey.
What do we got?
Hey, guys.
All right. So let's go ahead and talk Beast Morphers here. Let's go. We can come back to Saved by the Bell. I'm sure we're going to have plenty of questions. I'm going back. People are having oh, wait. So Ben and Luke, you guys, let's jump right in.
Well, we were talking earlier about the dance number and stuff, and Abraham was sharing a little bit about that. We'd love to know, like, when you found out about it, kind of what you thought. Could you dance before? Because Abraham's now wanting to do a High School Musical, so they really like turned him into a pro quickly. So, what was your experience like?
Ooh, yes, that's still. I don't remember when we found out, but we definitely like didn't know until they gave us the script, I think. So we like didn't know when we first started the show that there would be eventually a musical episode, but it was a dream come true. Because how awesome to feel like we were High School Musical. Thankfully, I was not required to sing because that I did not really know how to do, and I still don't know how to do very well. But the dancing, I had grown up doing, so I was super excited about that, especially we didn't get to see it, but Abraham, Rory, and I had this little like, break dancing section, and unfortunately it didn't make the last cut, but it was so sick, but that was still fun to do.
Oh, that's got to be on the Blu-ray.
Hopefully. Yeah, I still want to get that footage somehow. I don't know where it is, but
get your agent, get your manager, get somebody on the phone with production and be like, I need my dancing footage.
Well, for me, it was you guys know. I mean, the cast already knows I'm a very talented dancer. Been dancing for what was that face, Jackie? Huh? What was that face, huh?
I think I posted one of our rehearsal stories and you were somewhere in the background. People can reference that video.
No, so it was very, very hard for me. I'm not a dancer. So in the beginning of a rehearsal, I would just kind of stay in the back and just try to mimic everyone's feet. And then me and Rory lived together, so he would teach me in some downtime. And for me, it was a very, very hard challenge. I can't dance at all. So seeing that on the screen, it is like a dream come true. It is like kind of like High School Musical feel to it. Abraham killed it. You know, he did so amazing at it. His hair, his costume was on point. Yeah, but even now, even when I see the episode, I see my dancing, I'm like, dang, you know, I am pretty bad. But I was forced to do it. No, I'm kidding.
How long ago did you guys shoot this? Was this pre-COVID or post-COVID?
Oh my gosh, this was years ago.
This was in
years ago.
Last year, probably in like February.
No,
10 years ago?
Right?
Yeah, it was definitely last year in like what, February maybe?
Yeah, February. 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's 2019.
That's almost 2 years ago, yeah.
No, that's 3 years ago, y'all. Remember, 2020 has been like 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
It counts
Not even a year we're living in now.
2020 was 14 years long.
Yeah.
For real. We need a reset next year.
Right.
Here's a question. Comes from Brian Weaver. Abraham, and I guess anybody, because Brian did not know that we would be
Byron, like the Lord. Byron.
Come on, Byron.
Oh, I'm sorry, Byron. Abraham, or who else? Would you come back for Dino, Fury, and Beast Morphers team up?
Yes.
Of course.
I would absolutely love to go back, especially just to get to be in New Zealand again. Like, I would take any opportunity to go back to New Zealand. So if that means the team up, sign me up.
Yes.
Everything that you just said, same.
That would be.
I know we all feel the same. We miss New Zealand every day, and we just all can't wait to go back.
Also, Hunter Dino literally apparently bakes scones for her castmates, and I'm here for it.
I saw that.
Where was she on our cast? I would love to bake and receive her baked goods.
No, but you made us those
pierogi
with the sour cream.
Did.
What is it?
Yes, pierogi.
Yes,
pierogi.
And it was so good. So
bad.
In my book, that tops the scones. That tops the scones.
It was very bad, guys. No flavor at all.
Ooh, he hated them.
Hey, what is it like in New Zealand? From this person says they don't really leave the States very often.
Kobe D. Arts
Same. I don't either.
We could have it like our own interview about New Zealand because there is just so much to talk about. But honestly, it's the best place on earth. Like the people, the food, the things you see, the culture, everything is just amazing.
Every person that I've ever talked to that's been to New Zealand is like, New Zealand is the greatest place I've ever been. In fact, I have friends who are a married couple, and they're just like, they visited New Zealand a couple of years ago, and they're like, we're going to move there.
Oh, yeah.
And they're now figuring out, like, with COVID and everything, it's kind of thrown a wrench in the deal. But they're like, we're going to move to New Zealand, and we're going to stay there. And we're going to rent our house in LA out to somebody else. Mm-hmm. We're just going to live in New Zealand.
Wow. That's a big commitment.
I don't think New Zealand wants us, though. They've had, like, one COVID case. They're like, stay away right now. I had a friend who went to New Zealand. She's part of a production company. She says the air was so clean it almost hurt. I was like, wow, that's clean.
Yeah. The fresh air does not exist in Los Angeles. You step outside and you're like,
although it did get a lot clearer when no one was driving at the beginning of the pandemic.
It's true.
So.
Jackie, are you in LA?
I am, and every day all I have to do is look at my weather app, and then it says sensitive for all people, and then I go for a walk, and my nostrils are on fire.
Jazz, where are you coming in from?
I am in Reno, Nevada right now.
Okay,
what are you laughing at, Jackie?
Nevada.
Laughing?
What do you mean? I'm not laughing.
No, I'm in Reno, Nevada. I was down in LA about, what was it, a week ago now. It's very cold down there, but yeah, the air's gotten a little cleaner, and it was fun. It was fun meeting everyone.
It's chilly right now. Hey, we've got a question from Takeo for Jackie. Off topic, but Jackie, what was the pastry that you were obsessing over on your story a while back?
I just want to say I love this band so much, and I appreciate how invested they are in my pastry likings as I am. The pastry that I was obsessed with was this. Okay, basically the concept is it's a croissant, a freshly baked croissant, but it is this big and it is caramelized. So there is like a crispy, sugary outside, and it is called, I believe it's called a quinoman. It's a French pastry. It's basically a croissant, but 50 times better because it's like caramelized. Amazing. Highly
sounds pretty good.
Around a French bakery, ask for a quinoman.
Excuse me, I have to go to my nearest French bakery.
Now, I got a question. How excited are you two about Saved by the Bell for Abraham and just seeing the show yourselves?
I'm so stoked. Abraham and I talked about it over some sushi a few weeks back. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I also love how excited he is about his character. So it's going to be so weird to see him like not as Nate, because that's just like what I know him as. But I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm so proud of little AB baby. I know he's gonna kill that character. He has so much charisma, and he's a very, very talented actor. Very proud of you, little AB.
Wow. Thank you, Jazzy Wazzy.
We have a question here from Alicia Shee. First off, she loves the Beast Morphers, and she ships Zoe and Nate, of course.
Woo!
You guys choose your own animal to morph into. Which animal would you want to be, and what would your beast bot be?
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Either a pelican. No. Sorry. Toucan or a wombat. Because I found out from my Australian friends that I already liked wombats to begin with, but wombats, I found out, have square poops.
What?
I'm not even kidding. It is like a reverse Wally. They poop cubes.
That's insane.
Be a good ice cube
I
friend.
looked it up and it's real.
You're very one of your dreams would be to poop cubes.
Yes. And then that's probably turned into like my beast like special power is like it would be like a machine gun of square poops.
You could build a house.
You can build a house.
Poop cube house. All right.
Mine would be a lion. I have lion DNA, and lion. I think.
Guys, the bar was set here. You went right here. The most basic classic animal there is.
No, mine would be a lion because I love lions. You know, my phone case, my background, everything is lion, and yeah, that might be a lion.
AB baby.
The first thing
AB
I thought
baby.
of was
Baby, baby.
Baby, baby.
I'm thinking a turtle. I don't know. I like turtles, but then I just think of a Ninja Turtle. So is that like already a thing? But like, you know, it's like a Ninja Turtle and a Power Ranger. So you would just, I don't know, I guess a turtle. I think a turtle
So would
is
that-
Best of both
cool. It
worlds.
has its shell, like it has its powers. You wouldn't expect a turtle to do much, but then that's exactly what Nate is too. You wouldn't think Nate would be that powerful, but I think he's the
What is-
most important character.
Have you guys read the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Power Rangers crossover comic book from Boom Studios?
No, I have.
No.
What?
No,
Oh,
but that
yeah.
sounds amazing.
Oh yeah.
So now we know what Abraham
Yeah.
needs to be in if there's
Yeah,
ever
exactly.
a creation of that.
Next series.
That's my reboot answer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does that mean you want to be in TMNT? But yeah.
So we have a question from Johnny Marrero. Hey, Abraham, quick question. What was your favorite moment from Beast Morpher? And if you guys want to jump in after this, that'd be great because Johnny did not know you guys were going to be joining us. Neither did Abraham.
Right, neither did I. My favorite moment, 1000%, as I've said, is 1000% the musical. That was so much fun and a dream come true. Also, Zoe and Nate's kissing scene is also like really iconic, and that was super fun to film and like a big deal for me and Jackie. So that was like another really, I don't know, just like a big memory that sticks out. And I think the finale, I mean, it's the finale, it's crazy, it's epic, and it's also just memorable. Also, I'd say the first episode. It was the first episode. I feel like that'll always hold a really special place in our hearts. It's also just such a good episode. The quality of it, the way it was done, like the set was just, it was insane. It felt like a huge blockbuster movie filming that. So yeah, I think those like 4 episodes are my big ones.
Agreed.
Anything else, you guys?
I would say the Halloween episode, just because Ingrid Ironax will forever have a special place in my heart. And that was fun just to let loose and like bring my whole own take on the character. And then I feel like, yeah, the same ones that Abraham said, the musical. There was one episode that aired a few weeks ago where I got to do a wire stunt. And that was the first time I'd ever done anything in a harness. And they put me all the way up on this huge crane. And I got to like jump off, kick a putty, and then keep going. And that just was an awesome, epic day on set that I am so grateful for that the stunties let me do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
We did have to put this up there from Brad Everett Young. So apparently we have a very cool video coming from the shoot that he did with Abraham. Abraham did a dramatic reading of the lyrics to the Saved by the Bell theme song.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I love a good dramatic reading.
I
Those are-
did. It was
awesome.
so much fun. Brad is so awesome coming up with all of these like fun ideas. He just all of a sudden said it and I was like, oh my God, yeah, like we have to do that. And it was so much fun. I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Are they using the same theme song for the new show? Like an updated version?
There is like an updated version I forgot who it is. I think it's like Lil Yachty, I think it might be who did it. It's
I'm
like a
36
new
years old.
artist,
I don't know who that
everything
is.
out.
Yeah, I was like,
I've never heard of that.
No, I mean, yeah. So it's like a current artist remade it or whatever, but it's out. So yeah, it's like a known thing, and you can listen to it.
When you wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
and your mom gives out a warning.
So now
That's
that you've
exactly
heard
what
of
the
it and you
dramatic
know of
reading
it.
was. Yep.
So now that you've heard of it and know it, do you prefer the original Power Rangers theme or the original Saved by the Bell theme? Ooh. And all three you can answer that
I
if you love.
think the original is just like, I mean, it's the original. It's what everybody knows and loves. But I think the new one is really cool, and it goes with our current generation, our current time. I think it's perfect and a perfect fit for this reboot. So yeah, I'm happy with the new one. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. So Rangers theme or Saved by the Bell theme?
Come on now, AB.
Part of
You're
two
putting me
very
in a-
popular culture.
You can't answer that
We're in a
question.
very difficult
That's not
position
fair.
right now.
It's not
Yeah.
fair.
Those of both knows, and
Come
one
on.
side is
Luke,
gonna
put him on the
accept
Choose a
spot.
preference.
the answer.
Choose your team. Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
Ooh,
Let's-
I don't know.
let's not make him do
One side
that.
is not going to be happy.
No. Wait. We have a
Actually, I have my answer.
Oh,
My answer would have to be the Power Rangers theme because I have like my little slide. It's my face. It has my name on it, and for that reason, I'd say Beast Morphers because it was my first like title sequence. So that'll
Nice.
always hold a special place in my
that's fair.
There you go. Chose well.
Here's one you could probably
Especially
answer.
in good company.
Oh, it's running. Maria Fernando Moreno Rojas. She wants to know. Ah, gosh. Basically, here we go. This one's easier. Marvel Studios or DC?
Oh, Marvel Studios, hands down.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
not
choose
easy.
wisely with casting. No, just
Oh,
you guys may end up in either universe.
I know.
take that part out.
Yeah,
Oh,
cut
it's okay
that.
to like both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I
You can have
think it's okay to also say Marvel, even for casting's sake. I mean, they don't recast as often. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Marvel, hands down.
What about you,
Marvel
Jack?
right now, but DC in the past, and DC may have a resurgence with some of the stuff they're doing. So we will see. The competition may be back in as it should be, but
James Gunn's over there doing Suicide Squad 2. I have utmost respect for his stuff. I think it's going to happen. He's going to do
Yeah.
it.
You know what I'm excited for? The Batman
Yeah.
with Robert Pattinson. That's what I'm so ready to watch.
Okay, here's a question for all of you guys from Kobe Arts. This goes for all of you guys. What were the first roles that you ever landed?
Ooh, good.
Mine was it was a co-star role in Days of Our Lives.
Oh, yeah.
all
I
right.
shot that back in 2015 or 16, one of those years, but I was so nervous. I was underage too. And you know, you got to get your Coogan account set up. You need to have a parent on set. And I was living in LA with some friends, and my dad or my mom wasn't able to make it out, so the casting let me just kind of slide by. And when I was on set, I was so nervous. It was my first big, you know, on set, on lot shoot. But after I was done, it was just so enticing. I wanted to do more and more and more. So I would say Days of Our Lives for me.
Nice.
cool.
Jackie, how about you?
I think my first role was it was this student film called Marlin. It's actually on YouTube if you want to check it out. But I was 5 years old, and it was my first movie set, and we filmed in Indiana. It was like the dead of winter. I was in this red onesie pajama with a butt flap and these yellow galoshes. And oh my god, it still probably is like one of my favorite things I ever worked on because it was just amazing. It was just so fun.
Abraham.
My first TV role was Tosh.0 in
Oh,
the year
wow.
that was 2018.
No way.
Yeah, I played an altar boy in his Big Baby skit. And yeah, that was crazy.
Tosh.0 was
He
still going in 2018.
Yeah.
They just stopped
Yeah,
this year,
I'm
I
pretty
think.
sure I found out in 2018. It was early 2018. It was before Power Rangers.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a super quick shoot. It was crazy. He was super like big and like with the big baby head. I don't know if you've seen the skit, but like jumping around all over the place until like this big like tub of water where the priest was like baptizing him.
Oh my God.
And then we did like he like hit me or like beat me up or something, and then I fell to the floor, and then he got like the glass of wine and like poured it on everyone. So it was just like a super crazy all over the place scene. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Right. You guys understand this question, Alicia Shee? Make Jackie's Blueberry Man a TV show.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Was that Alicia? Alicia?
Okay. And she continues, we need Blueberry Man as a robot. Have Roxy's use the chrysalis thing to make a blueberry human and have Jackie play the robot Blueberry Man. Tell us what's going on here.
Guys, I have this blow-up suit that I ordered years ago now that is just this blue suit that I then paired with this Party City blue afro, and where the blueberry was born. I just, it's a suit that brings me happiness. People sometimes wear just regular suits or tuxedos as like their power suit. Mine is a blow-up blue suit. That's all I can really say about it. Sometimes I make videos when I'm bored or have a lot of energy, and it just kind of escalates from there.
Wait, does this suit look like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, Willy Wonka.
Okay, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Exactly like that, but I have a blue afro.
Okay. Because that's what I pictured as soon as you said blow up blueberry suit. I was like, is this like a Willy Wonka reference?
Turning violet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get violet a lot, but the blueberry is just, I don't know, it's its own thing. Sometimes I've recreated a Robert De Niro Raging Bull scene in a blueberry suit. So it can go a lot of places.
Wow. Reboot Willy Wonka.
Please.
No, it just has to be a spin-off on Violet. That's
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Violet and the Chocolate Factory.
I'm in. Send me the contract. It'll be signed by tonight.
I got a question kind of for the three of you. So like you guys have been, it's really cool that you've got to play kind of like high schoolers and get to do all this stuff. And you're probably like really impacting people's life, like growing up. Like what are some like aspects of growing up that you've tried to kind of put in your character that, you feel is important to kind of like create a relatability to the youth and all that? Like what kind of responsibility and personality and all that kind of stuff?
I think for Nate, it was definitely challenging because of the fact that he grew up without his family, and he grew up in a very like adult professional environment. He was working for Grid Battle Force since he was 6 years old. So he's always been like super professional. A lot of adults have been counting on him, and he hasn't had his parents or any family around. So I feel that I tried to do that a lot with Steele because he is my brother. He's the only relative that Nate has. And I think that created a really special bond. And that's at least what I tried to show in the show is like how much, he cares for him and how big of a deal it is for him to lose him, as we've seen in some of the episodes. So yeah, I'm happy that I have that like family bond with Steele and can show that side of Nate.
Now, what about your Saved by the Bell character? Is there anything you can tell us about that, or not quite yet?
I see what you're trying to do there. I know exactly where that question is going because Brad actually asked me that at the photo shoot. We're going to have to wait and see.
We'll just have to have you back and talk more details here in the coming weeks.
Yes, after the premiere.
People in trouble with your questions.
Well, here's
What about you two?
Yeah.
With Zoe, I really wanted her to. I always say this, but I really. What am I trying to say here? I kind of love that she was the only girl in this, group of guys, and she got to be very much like a tomboy, and also feminine, and just really just another one of the Power Rangers, and it kind of didn't matter, what gender anybody was, and you all held your own, and you were a part of the team, and so I kind of loved being able to portray the female power that there was, along with Roxy and stuff, but also I liked that she also started off as an underdog. She just kind of kept having this resilience and persistence and, finding every single way that she could improve herself and contribute, and ultimately just didn't give up on her goals and kind of just getting better. So I really love that about the character.
Mine was the way how Ravi grew up. He grew up in a very strict household. I think one of the lines was, my mom's been dressing me in uniform since the day I could walk. So for my character, seeing these, like Zoe's been working in the laundry department and different departments. So seeing her and meeting Devin Daniels, who I've never seen before, and just kind of slowly letting my guard down from being so uptight, for being only about the rule, a stickler for rules, to kind of letting my guard down and actually seeing the fun in things. And then also coming on to my mom as, this is what I like to do. I like to paint. I don't always want to be a ranger. Of course, that's my number one responsibility, but painting makes me happy. So I think for my character, that was a very huge thing for him to do.
Oh.
Very cool.
Gotcha.
All right.
How deep?
Real.
This is a fun show. This is a happy hour.
That got real.
To make it deep.
We've got a question from Edward Sanchez Productions. What was it like to work with Austin St. John and the cast of Dino Charge?
It was, I know I can say for all of us, it was one of the best times we had in New Zealand, having the returning cast come back for the reunion. It was like it was like a whole new experience. Like, we were so used to it just being our cast. So when they came, it was a whole different dynamic. Just after we would wrap and we would go out to dinner or go to someone's apartment and just hang out. It was just so much fun, and just, getting to go all around New Zealand with all of them was such a fun, memorable time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Abraham always does this question really well.
On set, it was also super cool to have them because, especially since it was Dino Charge, it was all of them, most of them reunited. So it was fun to see all of us go onto set and film together, because our cast has a dynamic going when filming, and it was interesting to see their cast and how they their dynamic was when they filmed. And it was just interesting to see how different we were on the shows, and then I got to see how it was for their season and their jokes and stuff. So mixing our cast was really interesting, and just, it was really different and fun and just a whole new experience.
Definitely.
And Felicia 24/7G, who was your favorite Power Ranger from a different season and why?
Ooh, choose wisely.
Wisely.
That's hard. What the heck?
Yeah,
you can list a few. We'll give you that grace.
Yeah.
I love my loyal gold Rangers, so all of my golds are all of my favorites and all in
Good
my
answer,
heart.
AB.
There you go.
Go
What a
gold.
diplomatic answer.
So every gold ranger ever is my person. Also, not a ranger, but I really genuinely love Dr. K from RPM. I think she's a super cool character. I know she's not a ranger, but she is definitely one of my favorite
Definitely.
characters.
Can I say Captain Chaku?
Sure.
He didn't get enough attention. Captain Chaku was, he left his daughter. Man deserves a medal for sure.
Captain Chaku, never forget.
Hey, so here's a question. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt?
No.
Have you guys seen your own action figures?
Come on, Jazz, you're not getting out of this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
Jazz has got to answer.
Yeah.
Let Jazz answer first.
I think I'll list off a few. I think some of the Rangers that really stood out to me was definitely Yoshi Sudarso. I just loved even though he didn't have any lines because he was, a caveman, at some scenes, but it was just more of his reactions that really drew me in. So definitely Yoshi, Austin, of course, he started the whole thing. Then Tommy, the Green Ranger.
That's cool. This question is from Cameo. Have you guys seen your own action figures yet?
Wait, what? We have action figures?
The breaking news. Black Friday special.
I have seen my action figure. Colby, who plays Blaze, was actually the first one to tell me about it. I was like in my car going somewhere, and then he just calls me and starts like sending me all of these screenshots from like fans that took pictures of it at like I think it was San Diego Comic-Con. It was one of the Comic-Cons. But yeah, they like posted those pictures and then he screenshotted it and sent it to me and was like freaking out. So he was the first one that actually told me that I was getting an action figure, which was super cool. And then yeah, after I got it, every time I go into Walgreens or Target or GameStop or any store, I always pass by the toy section just to see if it's there. I think it's super cool, and I'm just really, really holding on to this moment and trying to do that because obviously it's not going to be on the shelves forever. So yeah, it's just really cool and special to just walk into a store and see it on a shelf. And then like Jazz and Rory, we're still waiting for Jackie's. Jackie's is going to come soon. We're hoping for that, but yeah, just to like walk by the store and see all of us on a shelf is super cool.
Hers will be NECA. It'll be like very high quality. Like they do awesome stuff. NECA, like they just keep putting out all this stuff. I'm getting some of the Back to the Future ones currently myself.
Nice. I mean, my roommate like recently, I think within the last couple months, bought all the OG Funko Pop ones.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Here's a question from Jill Stanley. What was it like working with Brennan Misha?
A friend of the Conga.
Friend of the show, Brennan McGee. Come on.
He's been on the show multiple times. We love Brennan.
Like 4 times.
You know that Jim is not good with names.
I know. I mean, like I would John Smith. I'd be like maybe Sandy.
We're taking them off right now in 5, 4.
Brennan is super awesome.
Yeah,
he's a great guy.
He's gone now. Now the new and improved show.
Now that Dad's gone, we can talk.
Oh my God, he got booted so quick.
He's back
in timeout. Oh gosh.
Okay, go ahead,
Brennan.
Well, go ahead.
My biggest memory with Brennan is him doing like his handstand stuff, like all the acrobat things, and like us taking turns taking like pictures with him while he's like doing a handstand off of us. So yeah, he was doing that. Like we'd be walking from dinner and he'd see a pole and he'd do like the side thing, whatever, like just randomly. Like he was so cool. He was fun, and yeah, he was a great time.
Yeah, it was literally like Cirque du Soleil live at all times of the day. It was great. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a walking Spider-Man. And he literally dressed like Spider-Man. The first time I met him, I was kind of trying to get him into the convention center, but he's dressed like Spider-Man. I'm like, oh, he's going to like break his neck before he goes in. But I didn't know he did all this acrobat and this other stuff because he kept doing all this dangerous stuff.
Makes sense why he would cosplay as Spider-Man. I mean, it's one of the most acrobatic characters you could be. So.
Aside from Power Rangers,
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably a little bit easier to move, though, in a Spider-Man suit versus...
Exactly.
Yeah, Batman can't even turn his head.
All the stackers are head on.
This is coming close to the end warning. We have just a few more questions, so we'll get a few more questions. I'll start with this one. This is from Jonathan Wilkinson. Jacqueline can definitely be in my Top Gun reboot with a female pilot in a few years. In fact, all 3 of you can be, as long as one of you plays my character as an enlisted sailor being yelled at all the time.
You can all be in the volleyball scene.
I'm in.
Okay. A weird question.
Such a
weird.
Also, though, Jonathan did comment about next time you see your action figures, you guys should sign the box. And literally, that's what I was thinking is like, if you ever see it, do you ever just think like, like, should I just, and then someone will buy it and be like, is this legit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. That's such a good idea.
Put it back on the
so
shelf.
Cool.
Yeah.
Be like, we can't sell this one. Someone wrote on it.
Yeah, they're like.
I mean, maybe ask the
vandalized
store
it.
people first. Be like, hey, can I sign this? Or do it. I don't know.
And they're gonna be like, "This isn't even you." You're like, "Yes, it is."
Yeah.
Promise.
Right.
Dude, that's me.
The employee will buy it and then sell it on eBay for 3 times the price. That's what
That
would
would
happen.
probably happen.
Well, I've got a question. Do you guys ever think about this? Like, you guys are all very young. You're at the beginning of your careers. You're going to have long years ahead of you. But for the next 50 years, you're going to have people asking you about beast morphers. I mean, how do you think about that? You guys are part of this legacy that has been going on for what?
And Saved by the Bell.
25, 20. Well, no, Saved by the Bell as well. We're not diminishing that, but like the fraternity and the sorority of beast morphers as part of the Power Rangers group. You guys have joined a big group that people don't easily forget. How does that feel to you guys?
I think it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I fully even understand that. I feel like in a sense it's like, oh, once the show's over and it's about the new cast, like it kind of fades away. But yeah, like it really is something that's like forever, and it's such a huge, I don't know, legacy, a huge franchise that everyone grew up on and everybody knows. So to just be a part of a name that big, I think is crazy. And it's so cool that one day I'll be able to give my action figure to my kids, or like, I don't know, it'd be something that you like pass down. Like, I don't know. I think that's so cool and just something so special. And it's not something you get with every job, especially the action figure or this name of being a part of such a huge franchise. So yeah, I think it really will live on forever. And it's cool to be a part of something like that.
Yeah. I think it's cool because a lot of like acting roles, you know, there's like usually the initial hype of it all, and then, you know, people watch it, and then once the season's over, people kind of fall off, and then, you know, it becomes something that's just sort of like, oh, I remember that. But I feel like with Power Rangers, it's always the same amount of hype with every new season. You know, the previous seasons are still just as loved as the new ones, and I think, you know, people are always anticipating when are they going to come back, and when are they going to do a crossover, and when's going to be a movie. And so I feel like it's kind of cool to still be able to look back at it 50 years from now. People be just as excited as they were now. They're going to be the same excited then, and it'll be 50 years removed, and it'll still feel like it was just yesterday. So I think it's really special.
Definitely, I agree.
Nice.
I have a random question. I don't know if anybody has ever asked it, because so obviously a few years back there was the movie that was supposed to have a sequel and then got canceled and all that. Have you guys had any events where you've worked with those cast or met those cast members that were in the movie and weren't in the show?
Which one?
The movie that came out a couple years ago.
2018.
The 2017 reboot?
Yeah, so it was just the movie, and none of them were actually in the show. So I was just wondering if you've also come into contact or in any events or any conventions where you've met some of those Power Rangers.
I've never came into contact with any of them. You talk about Daker and...
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we haven't been able to do any conventions yet. And then obviously with everything with the pandemic, we haven't been able to be in a setting where we can reunite with them. But I can't wait until that all opens up again and we can, you know, actually get to know all of the past Rangers and then also meet the ones from the movies and things like that. And it is so cool to be again a part of this because everyone is such a big family. Even if you're in completely different seasons, there's just that, I don't know, it's just like we all know each other. And I'm sure it'll be like that with everyone from the movie as well.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great topic for a future con guy panel at a convention.
Yeah.
You never know.
Right.
By the way, I must say that we are so glad that you guys joined us tonight. We're not done just yet. We're almost done, but this is our first official ask. We want to have you guys back together, all together as the Beast Morphers again, because because we have found that the Beast Morphers have such a fan base. You guys are like really popular. Like if you go on social media and whatnot, Beast Morphers, you guys are one of the favorite seasons. So I mean, how does that make you feel?
So happy, so grateful.
Very humbling, yes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I
it's
think
just
all
cool
of
to
us
see
Go ahead.
Sorry, no, you go.
I think we just all like agreed from day one. We all kind of like made a pact with each other as a cast, and like we are going to give this everything. This has to be the best season. Like, we have to make sure that we literally make this different and special than any season that has previously been on. And just to see the immense reaction that we have from the fans and all of the positivity and love that they shower us with every day. I mean, it's so rewarding, and it keeps us going, and it makes us just excited to rewatch the episodes as they are to watch it for the first time. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you guys? I mean, like, really, you guys are the popular kids these days.
I think it's so cool to be a part of Hasbro's first season. Like, I think that alone is like a huge staple for us, and I don't know, it's just really special to be there first. And like Jackie was saying, we've all worked so hard. Like, all of us put our absolute everything, every ounce of everything we could into our characters, into this show. And I feel like that is a big reason why it is what it is. And I feel like you can see that when you watch the show. And just our chemistry, like, we really are a family. And I know every cast ever of everything says that. But like truly, like, we went through something so special and so unique, like moving to the other side of the world, to a completely different country for 9 months, and only having each other really bonded us in a different way that you don't experience with every TV show. So I think because of that, it really set us apart and just made us that much closer. And it really helped our chemistry. And I feel like that alone is just worth so much and really comes off in our performances on the show. So yeah, I think that's a big reason why our season has been what it is. And yeah, like Jackie was saying, to receive all of this positivity and to be compared to like RPM, which is like a huge fan favorite. And, you know, people have been saying like, you're like the best season since RPM, which was like 10 years ago. So just to get things like that thrown at you, just like really, like, I don't know, makes you like sit back and realize like, well, like, we really are part of such a special season. And I mean, we always say like our season's like the best season, like blah, 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 like not to be biased, whatever. But yeah, I really truly feel like we just worked so hard. And that aside, I think our story and what the show's about and just the whole plot is just so cool and different and fun. So I'm just so grateful and blessed to be a part of specifically just Beast Morphers.
Mm-hmm. Ben, Katie, and Luke, as we kind of grind down to the end here, I'm going to look through the questions from people that have submitted them, and we'll go through this real quick. But what about you guys?
Well, I think first I'd like to say I love Jazz's china cabinet. It's very elegant.
No, yeah.
I'm just looking at Jazz.
He loves it too. Hopefully you can hear us.
Can you hear us, Jazz? Can you hear?
My bad, guys. I'm getting horrible reception right now.
Oh, it's all good. I just said that I love you. Good. No.
So you offended him.
He'll never know how much I love
you.
His
You really had to bring up the china cabinet, didn't you?
Have to let him know.
I thought he was mad at me for a second.
I know, I did too.
That's Mike.
It's like, oh no, I said something terrible.
That was his grandma's from the 1800s.
It's on his lip.
Yeah.
If you can joke with anyone, it's Jack.
And I'm back.
I figure he seems like a pretty cool guy. Oh, there we go. Jazz, you're back.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was getting horrible. It was just echoey. And
He just said he liked the china cabinet in the
I
background.
was commenting on your china cabinet in the background.
oh, were you? I'm so sorry, Ben.
He was really admiring it. He liked it a lot. Can you tell us more about that?
Then you were just sitting there like this.
Wait, what?
And I was like, Ben, Jazz.
We thought you were pissed at him.
No, I was just trying to figure this out. I was like going on the settings. I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we do have a comment from, and I'll jump back to you guys, Alicia Sheen, where we don't have time for this. Just she was asking, can you guys have a quick drawing competition and see who can design a unique bee spot? This is for Ravi, since he's a great artist.
Yeah, I don't want this. I paint everything you guys see in the show, the murals. That's all me, guys.
Maybe next show. We plan to do that for the next show.
for the next show. And of course, Alicia says, okay, add on. Why do I have a feeling Jackie is going to draw a robot wombat?
Already connected there. Already knew it.
But we did have this question. And again, Ben, Katie, and Luke, jump in real quick. I'm just cleaning out the questions here. Would you guys like to star in a Power Rangers movie or make a cameo in the future?
Yes, I would. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
And Ben.
I legit wanted to be the Yellow Ranger when I was younger because, I mean, I'm Japanese American. So obviously, you know, the Yellow Ranger was like me as a kid. And I remember just loving the fact that there was an Asian character that was a ranger. So I definitely I don't even know where I was going with that, y'all. But
I was joking. That's for the actual Rangers.
No, for real, Jazz, Jacqueline, Abraham, what about a movie or future cameos?
Like,
Yes.
Rangers wise?
I would absolutely, come back, like, do a cameo in the show. I think a movie would be awesome too, to get all back together and do it all again. Would be so much fun, whether it's, you know, in a few years or way in the future. I think that would be awesome to come back together and do that.
Of
Let's
course,
go
yes.
to New Zealand tomorrow. That's right.
Let's go.
Edward Sanchez, I can't stop singing It's Great to Be Human. All right. I think we've kind of come to the end of our questions here. Oh, wait. This is a different one. What is your favorite Pink Ranger from a different season?
Hunter Dino.
Kimberly.
Dino Fury.
Definitely Kimberly.
Kimberly, yes. Thank you, Luke.
Yeah.
I was going to say Kimberly, but obviously
Team Kimberly.
So
Kimberly.
And also, what is your favorite filming location in New Zealand?
Studio West.
I would say when we did the Save Our Shores episode, we filmed at the beach. And then when we wrapped, we all got in our like bathing suits and got to go swim in the beach for a bit while they were still filming like another scene that we weren't in. So that was like a super fun thing that we never got to do in any other location. So yeah, that's mine.
Mine was the aquarium.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out the aquarium. I think that was so dope. Just seeing the sharks and the fishes and the turtle. That was like a dream come true to film at an aquarium. And it's very humid down there too, which kind of sucked. But
that was also our only night shoot in the whole show.
yeah, that was another thing. Yeah, it was a night
the
shoot. It was on animals. It was fun.
Cool. Also, Darlene Franco, I can see Nate and Zoe getting married on the show.
You're so young.
Maybe in the reunion.
Yeah, maybe the movie.
Yeah.
Beast Morphers, the movie.
Let's make it happen.
There we go.
I think we kind of have to come to a close here. Ben, Katie, Cheese, you guys have anything else before we say sad farewell to our friends here?
I only have 45 more minutes of questions.
Yeah, exactly. You just all have to come back.
We've been here for $1.20 already. Let's
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't keep them too much longer. But I do have a final question for Abraham. Like, what are some cool, just like behind the scenes moments of working on Saved by the Bell, this new one that you could tell us about? Because that you could probably talk about behind the scenes, unless it's a little spoiler involved.
We like spoilers.
We do like spoilers, though.
Behind the scenes. Let me think of something that won't get me in trouble.
Or like funny moment between the cast or something, you know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure there was many, actually.
Gosh.
Mario Lopez.
I
What
just
a-
want to say,
You arm wrestled Mario Lopez and you beat him.
Yes.
I did not. No, I wish I could say I did, but I
Can't go
will
along
say
with
working with John Michael Higgins was really cool. He's super, super funny and just such a cool guy. That was really cool and fun. Again, Elizabeth Berkley was a great time. Man, I'm trying to think of something specific, but I can't.
Can you remind people John Michael Higgins? He played which character?
He is the principal, Principal Toddman in the school.
Somebody had a question if he was back.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Were you not supposed to say
Wait,
that?
what?
Spoiler.
I think
Spoiler.
you said that because somebody had a question way
Wait,
up.
no, that's a known thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Wait, what?
man.
You just gave him a miniature heart attack.
Like, I thought that
Yeah, don't
I'm
freak
like,
him
wait,
out.
no, everybody
on.
knows that John Michael Higgins is the principal. Don't
My
try to
heart
get me.
got for you. It's like,
Somebody had a
Uh,
question about him because he used to sing karaoke all the time at Dimple's karaoke bar over in Burbank.
I
which is
used to
like,
love Dimples.
Oh, Dimples was so cool.
yeah, it was good.
Throwback.
Any last questions, guys, before we say adios?
Not that I can think of. I think I asked all the ones I was thinking of.
Perfect.
Cheeseman? Ben probably let's have
These
45
people get back to their lives. Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I think Jim was confusing the old principal for the new one. John Michael Higgins is, I think, like a newer principal in the newer show. You're thinking of the old school one because he kept kind of showing back up on the show that who played the original principal. Although I'm sure John Michael Higgins has probably been to Dimples too. I mean, if you're in LA, you've been to Dimples.
But Dimples is gone now.
Yeah. They were on Bar Rescue.
Yeah, come on, Bar
I know
Rescue.
Bar Rescue could not rescue that show. They turned it into condominiums.
You
Hey,
ruined
guys,
it.
Beast Morphers, thank you so much for joining us. Jacqueline and Jazz, thank you so much for being a surprise guest with us tonight. And
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys so much for having us.
hey, Jazz, Jazz first, where can people find out what's going on with you? How can they follow you?
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Jazz Baduwalia. And then I also just recently started making TikToks too, so go ahead and drop the follow at J Baduwalia.
For those dance moves.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm learning, Luke.
There you go.
Jacqueline?
You can follow me on Instagram, particularly my stories. I post on there daily a lot. But oh no, we lost Abraham.
Where'd he go?
Hold on, we'll get him. There he is.
Oh, look, and now all three of you are just all in a row. That's
There you
cool.
go, perfect.
Aww.
But it's just Jacqueline Scislowski, the full thing, JACQUELINESCIS. Oh no, gosh, guy. And
Blueberries.
TikTok is the same. So just my full name.
Awesome. Hey, and before we let you guys go, is there anything you want to tell us about, or is it kind of you'll come back and tell us later?
Anything
Come
you
back and tell you guys later.
All right, cool. Jacqueline?
I bought a panda suit. I'm making a lot of videos with that. It's like a cousin to the blueberry suit. So just tune into that.
I actually met Brad in a panda suit. That's why me and Brad are friends. I was working on a George Lopez shoot, and I volunteered in 90-degree weather at night to wear a panda suit. Biggest mistake of my life, but I at least got Brad out of it. We became friends because he shot pictures of me and tagged me on Facebook and everything.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, panda suits unite people.
Abraham, you have been our special guest tonight and the guest of honor. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. Where can people follow you, find out about what's going on with you, especially if they even I'm sure you're going to be posting all about Saved by the Bell and whatnot coming up.
Yes, my main platform is Instagram, and my username is at abraham.rod, and my Twitter is _AbrahamRod. And that's that. Thank you guys so much for having me. This was so much fun.
Yes, thank you guys so much for having us.
Yeah.
We can't wait to get you guys together and Ben to wrangle you guys into some crazy games and stuff. It's going to come up, guys. Listen, thank you. Have a great Thanksgiving this week. I'm thankful for all of you guys. And remember, we've had rough times and everything, but we have so much to be thankful for. So, guys, please follow us here at theconguy.com. Follow us here. We are on that hashtag show. You can follow me, Jim Fry LA at Twitter, or James D Fry on Instagram. Ben, wait. Let's go Katie and then Luke and then Ben. We'll let Ben take us out.
I'm Katie, aka KT_Christine, across all social media, including Twitch. You can also follow the Con Guy on Twitch, theconguy.com. We are broadcasting there as well. I do gaming. I also do sewing streams on Twitch, usually late at night, because I work my day job. But yeah, so that's where you guys can find me.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
All right, I'm Cheeseman. You can find me. Hold on, let me see if I can Now you can see my full name right there. At Cheese on Couch on Twitter and Instagram. You can check me out. I'm mostly active on Instagram, so come say hello. You can find me on the Con Guy as well. And now I'm gonna cut my name off again. All right, I can go back. All right, there we go.
Hey everyone, old buddy Ben Cleaver. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at BENKLIEWER. And as we go into this holiday season in this really freaking weird year of 2020, and we've had, politics has been crazy and virus has been crazy and everybody's been getting angry at each other. Here are my parting thoughts before Thanksgiving this year. Love each other. Be thankful for each other. We're all in this together. And we're all part of this. We're all working together to try to make a better tomorrow, and be thankful for that. Be safe. Be careful. Please wear a mask. Please just wear a mask. It helps. It really does. And remember, I'm always drinking out of this red cup because whenever Ben Cleaver shows up, it's always a party.
That's right.
Love it.
All right, guys. We'll see you. Everybody, make sure you watch this week Saved by the Bell. Congratulations, Abraham. We love you guys. All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.